Hey guys, Mordecai here. I'm gonna try to get this video recorded and out before I have to go to work today, so there's a little bit of noise going on in the background, and I'm not entirely better yet, but I'll try to do this anyways. So, normally the way that I do things is my build is normally a stealth commando build. But, although I do a lot of damage, I if I get seen or if there's an AoE, I usually die quite often. Now, although there are no penalties really in the game, it is still pretty obnoxious. So I was talking to a friend and a recent friend, and we were going back and forth sharing some ideas, and he showed me one of his builds. I'll put his name on the screen. But I've been trying it out, and it's pretty nifty. Let me show you. We'll head over to West Tech. Okay, we're inside where we're higher level mutants and there's more of them. So let's see, we'll head over here. Now the only thing that might take me out if I just let them is the dogs, so I might take them out while I'm here. So normally I would have died a long time ago with my normal stealth build. And I can still take them out pretty quick. Oh, there's that AP bug. Here we are at Solomon's Pond. I honestly haven't tried this one out yet, so this could be interesting. Before I hit him, I'll let him hit me first to test it out. Huh. Oh, there we go. I think I'm having a glitch. Now, also, let me show you here. So, unfortunately, the only way I was able to make this work, or the way I understand it works, because I wasn't the one who particularly made this build, is I do have a lot of high-level legendary specials. I think that's kind of funny. Lies of P. We got taking one for the team because we're not going stealth, so we will be under attack. But also, I'm not on a team right now. I'm on a private server. So these things would be dying even faster. But also, speaking of that, I am not on a team, so I'm using Lone Wanderer, which means that my herd mentality is reducing my specials. So I could be doing a lot better were I with people on a team on a public server right now. So just imagine what's the way this is working better. So let's get into this here. Traveling pharmacy, not necessary, but it helps with my weight. Barbarian, every point of strength adds 4 damage, max 80. Or sorry, damage resist, max 80. And since we are unyielding, bloodied, we are getting that. Bandolier, not necessary, but reduced weight. Blocker, 45% less damage from your opponent's melee attacks. And since we're not stealth, we will be getting hit. So if you wanted to drop your strength down to have just blocker and barbarian, that would work. And then of course, all the commando perks, ground pounder, tank killer, so that you have ignore 30% armor and have a 9% chance to stagger. Concentrated fire. Endurance is the interesting one. Sorry, I had to cough. So a lot of these synergize with each other. Not the last update, but I think the one before, they reworked a lot of these cards. So you've got Ironclad, gain 50 resistance to damage and energy while not wearing power armor. Iron Stomach, increased damage resistance based on endurance when not diseased. So because we have max endurance and legendary endurance, we are getting quite a bit of damage resistance. Natural resistance, increased non-physical resistance based on endurance. Thirst Quencher, increased max AP based on endurance while not diseased. Solar Powered is nice, gain 3 to strength and endurance between the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you had to get rid of one of them, I'd say get rid of that. Vaccinated, increased disease resistance based on endurance. So because you have high endurance, and it's all of that is based on not being diseased, this helps maintain that. Fireproof, of course, 45% less damage from explosions and flame attacks. And Radical, since we are bloodied, the greater your rads, the greater your strength. So all of that synergizes very well with each other. And I'll show you my effects in a moment here. I would recommend being on a team and having... go here, strange in numbers. So your positive mutations are 25% stronger if teammates are mutated too. And Tenderizer, make your target receive 10% more damage for 10 seconds after you attack. Sorry. Nerd Rage, of course, for all bloodied builds below 20% health, you gain 40 damage resist, 20% damage, and 15% AP regen. And then First Aid, Stim Packs restore 45% more lost health. So that you can use diluted Stim Packs because it restores more health and we're bloodied and you don't really need full ones. But then that also works with Born Survivor. So when you fall below 20% health, well, yeah, with only rank 1, it will automatically use a Stim Pack once every 20 seconds. And since we only need diluted because of First Aid, that works out great. So Action Boy for action points regenerate 45% faster. We talked about Born Survivor. Gun Fu, that swap targets on kill with 10%, 30%, and then 60% damage to your next 3 targets. And it's really great. Pretty much you just hold down the crit button and the fire button, and as long as they're within your field of view, you just automatically just mow down everything. Adrenaline, for 10% max 60% damage for 30 seconds per kill. And that, during events where there's lots of enemies, that adds up really quick. Dodgy, we're going to have so many action points that it's not really going to matter too much. Now, if you're not just standing there getting hit, like I was during the in West Tech, you're not going to go through your action points as fast as I did, but we're still going to have a lot. So you avoid 30% of incoming damage at the cost of 30 action points per hit. So with everything, you know, like blocker and that and other ones we'll get to, you're going to have a massive reduction in damage. Bloody Mess, it's one of the least important ones on here, so we had 1 point available, so why not? Better criticals, so you do 100% more damage with your criticals. Serendipity, while below 30% health, gain 45% chance to avoid damage. So we're definitely going to be below 30% health, so we will gain a 45% chance to avoid damage. Normally with my sneak, my stealth build, do not need Class Freak. But with this one, I recommend Class Freak so that your the negative effects of your mutations are reduced by 75%. Starch genes, of course, so that you don't mutate from rads and right away won't cure your mutations. Critical Savvy, so critical hits now only consume 55% of your critical meter. Now, before I move on, one card in here that I would really like to put back in somehow would be Grim Reaper Sprint, so any kill in VATS has a 35% chance to restore all AP. Now, with my stealth build, I would take out Clash Freak and definitely replace it with this. But, I don't know. Maybe in the future, there's a way I can get around that. But, so we'll move on here. I showed you my legendary perks, the ones I currently have. You might be able to make it work with something else. I wouldn't recommend Charisma, but maybe Agility. And then, of course, I'm using a full set of Unyielding. If you could get AP Refresh, that would be optimal. And then under my specials are currently that. And you see Barbarian, 80 damage resist. Iron Stomach, 63 damage resist. Ironclad, 50 damage and energy resist. Poison, Fire, Energy, and Cryo resist for natural resistance. Nurge Raid, 40 damage resist and AP regen. Thirst Quencher, plus 80 AP. Vaccinated, 46% disease resist. And then with the Company T, AP regen and disease resist. The Scaly Skin, because I just took one, because I didn't have that on here. It says suppresses negative mutation effects, but what it does here is you got 50 damage resist and 50 energy resist. And it has, I believe, a small amount of lost AP. But with how much AP we have, as long as we have Clash Freak on, that won't matter too much. Adrenal Reaction. 50% damage as HP decreases. Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Scaly Skin, and Speed Demon. Now, I also would recommend Grounded for additional energy resist. But I did a bunch of server hopping, could not find it in either the Enclave, lab, or on anyone's vendor. So for now, I don't have it, but that's not going to matter too much. And then for the weapon, I'm working on getting a better one, but currently I'm using a quad AP replenish with each kill and reload speed. And my railway rifle, quad crit AP cost. Normally my AP, as you can see in the bottom right hand here, is almost 600. But again, if I were to be in a group with the appropriate cards on, it would be higher. And then my status, you can see my resistances are pretty high. They'd be higher again in a group. And if I had the grounded mutation. But even as I am right now, as you can see, I could take quite a beating, and I could dish it out pretty well. So if you're just looking to quietly go through a room without anything really noticing you, definitely go stealth. But this is an option where I don't have to be in power armor, and I could still do a lot of damage, because Unyielding boosts your stats so high that you could just easily still VATS, because I have so much AP, and be pretty damn tanky. But okay, I probably missed something. I kind of tried to rush this video together. I was a little excited about putting it together last night when I tried it, because I was still able to VAT stuff. Clear room pretty damn quick without having to be in power armor, and also not die. It was pretty nice. All right. Sorry about that. I keep freaking coughing like I said I'm sick. But anyways, thanks for watching, and thanks for Blood Washed War for showing me this build. I'm gonna go have a lot of fun with it. And you have a good day.